Big up yourself. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. Once again, Molly-Mae is currently trending right now alongside Melissa's Wardrobe, who is a celebrity fashion stylist, because it doesn't seem they are speaking out about what is currently going on. And there is a screenshot that has been put on Twitter of a conversation between somebody and Melissa Wardrobe. I would say a fan, but I don't think a fan would draw or blast someone like that on social media. This person has shared this and they are just getting dragged right now, and we're just going to talk about it. Also, I wanted to talk about what currently happened with the police officer who is currently under investigation. Let's get into the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and feel free to subscribe if you are new. Okay, cool. So let's start with Melissa Wardrobe and Molly-Mae. So this person puts on Twitter and they say, guys, please share these posts. Melissa Wardrobe, who has a very large following on Insta, thinks Palestine isn't her problem because she is black. She's got 211,000 followers. I'm gonna put the conversation up so you guys can read in your own time. This is what the person said to us. You have a responsibility to share just like you did with BLM. You weren't just donating in private, were you now? You are posting your outrage and spreading awareness. There's a lot of messages that is kind of like cut out, so you have to kind of, I guess, make of it what you wish. Melissa says, babe, not sure if you can tell, but I am black. And then she says, and so you must only speak about black issues. You're also human, hun, and this is a humanity issue, innocent children being murdered. So Melissa's replies and says, I would fight for the cause that directly affects me the most, the same way I'm sure you're fighting for this hard because it directly affects you. This situation is Palestine is extremely complex for those who have no experience or understanding as to what is happening. I would rather take my time and understand the discourse than rush and say something to please people that could be disrespectful to Palestinian people or Jewish people. Then the person then tries to explain to Melissa, I suppose, the situation is children being murdered in the streets, a whole ethnicity being erased. I don't need to be black to feel pain for my black brothers and sisters, same way you don't need to be Palestinian to feel pain for them unless you do. The situation in Gaza isn't a Muslim issue. Christians are being killed too. The Gaza genocide is asking you to be against Jews. It's against Zionism. Many Jews stand with Gaza. I am more than happy to send you unbiased information in regards to the Gaza situation to help educate you. This is not a conflict, it is a genocide. It's like talking about BLM, but then also saying that you will be praying for cops. Now, here's my thing, right? I feel like people shouldn't be pressured to talk about everything. Like, there is so many things happening in the world, guys. Every single day there's things going on in Colombia, there's things going on in India, like there's things going on in certain countries in Africa. Like, there is so many different things. There was things going on in the Caribbean, like literally. And I just feel like to put that level of pressure on people to speak about everything is unfair and it's unrealistic. Yes, I understand that they have a platform and they may have spoken out in the past. I mean, even with the Black Lives Matter situation, people were just putting on the black box on their profile. People were doing it as a publicity thing, so as a PR thing. I can completely understand also why some people may not want to talk about this. I completely agree with Melissa. This is a very complex situation. Unless you're just going to stand there and say free Palestine and that's it. You're going to get dragged if you speak too much and say the wrong thing. You're going to get dragged if you don't say enough. Like, either way, you're going to get dragged because people want you to stand with them, they want you to speak. And what's the point of speaking on something if you don't have the understanding? If she says that she's donating to whatever she's donating and advocating are completely different things. You can donate to something and not advocate for it, because for you to advocate for something, it means you need to have the knowledge in what you're advocating for. Do you get what I mean? So it's like, me donating does not mean that I completely understand, but it's an act to say that I'm standing with you. And the thing is, it's like people want to be like, oh, action speaks louder than words. And then when somebody does an action, it's not enough. Now, the thing that kind of threw me off, I'm not going to lie, was when she was like, babe, not sure if you can tell, but I am black. Like, when she said that, I was just kind of like, okay, like, what does that have to do with it? Because I'm pretty sure she can tell. But like, I just didn't understand what Melissa meant by that. Like, what do you mean you're black? Like, what does this have to do with it? And I completely agree with this person who was just like, it's not about a black or white issue. It's about a humanity issue. Like, being black doesn't mean that you should lack empathy. It's not because you're black that you should only stand for black cause. Like, if you're talking about justice and you're talking about humanity, it's not subjective to race, color, gender. It's empathy. It's a human thing. Like, it shouldn't be a race thing. So I just didn't understand what Melissa meant by that. Like, what do you mean you're black? Like, so she was right to say, like, so you must only speak about black issues. Like, I just don't understand. Again, people are coming for Molly-Mae, you know, saying, why is she not speaking out? She's got about 5 million followers, and really trying to call her out and really trying to cancel her. Someone says, as if people are cancelling Molly-Mae and others for not sharing about Palestine. It's a hard thing to understand, even when listening to experts talk about it. Never mind an influencer. It's not her place to educate people. There are people whose job it is. Listen to them. Like, I agree. Like, I feel like I completely get that it's a very difficult time right now, and so many innocent lives are being taken, and this is really becoming a global issue. Everybody is really feeling the pain of those who are mourning. Would you rather people just speak out and say nonsense and say stupid things? The reason why it's complex is because it's not something that's new, and I just feel like if we didn't have access to the media like we do now, access to our phones, access to social media, we probably wouldn't even be aware of half of the things that is going on. But now, such as time as this, are things being exposed and things being brought to the light, what is actually happening in the dark. And thank God for the time that we are in right now, we're able to see these are things that has been going on. We just weren't really aware of it. And I just feel like you just have to give people time to understand the situation, like what is going on. Like, there's no point in somebody just coming online and saying hashtag free Palestine because it's a hashtag, because it's trending, because it's what everybody's saying, but they don't even have no understanding of why they're saying hashtag free Palestine just because you want to see it. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's just the reality. I would prefer people to not hashtag Black Lives Matter. I mean, we saw with NSARS. Did people speak out about NSARS? No, because it was like, oh yeah, that's happening in Africa, you know, whatever, that's just Africa. It wasn't the same energy. So if we're talking about giving the same energy, like, a lot of things weren't given the same energy. When there was things happening in Africa, did we see the uproar? We didn't see the uproar as much. So I just feel like I'm over that whole jumping on the bandwagon just because that's what everybody's doing. Like, I would rather you don't do it than just do it because then you'll be more accepted by a particular group of people, or because you don't want to let, like, you know, for example, that you've got Palestinian supporters or followers and you want to please them, like, because everybody's saying hashtag free Palestine. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, and allow people to understand what is going on is all that I'm saying, you know. And why people are outraged at Molly-Mae, like, her management has probably told her not to say anything. They're not really that invested in what is going on in the world, because that's not what they build their platform on, to go and have time to read and educate themselves. And I bet 100% that she's been advised not to say anything. So let's quickly talk about this police officer who's under investigation after being filmed chanting Free Palestine at a protest. The Met Police officer is being investigated by a professional standards team after being filmed. The video posted online shows the female officer interacting with a pro-Palestine protesters and users questioning whether she should have been expressing political views while on duty. A spokesman for the force said its internal directorate of professional standards is investigating what happened. They said, we are aware of a video that has been posted on social media which shows an officer joining in with the chanting while on duty at a demonstration. While officers are encouraged to positively engage with those attending demonstrations, they know they are not to actively participate or adopt political positions. This is vital to ensuring the public has confidence in our officers. They are investigating the full circumstance of this incident to determine what further action is appropriate. They say we police hundreds of public events and protests in London every year, and officers must remain independent and impartial in carrying out duties. Was it in America, or did they not do it here as well, where at the Black Lives Matter protest they were kneeling down as well? I'm pretty sure, I know they did it in America, but I'm pretty sure that I saw that being demonstrated here. But anyways, I feel like, okay, I get it, because it will be in your contract and you will be briefed of this. You will know this as an officer, that when you attend these protests, you are not to partake, or you are not to show sides. You have to be impartial whilst you're carrying out your duties. I think that's standard. Like that, like, as much as we want to be like, she didn't do anything, free Palestine, just based on the rules, like, that is the rules. Like, the rules is the rules. Like, the rules doesn't change because of how serious the cause is. Like, do you get what I mean? I'm a bit confused at what exactly are you investigating, like what would be the outcome of this. I definitely feel that there should be an outrage. I know I might sound like I'm contradicting myself, but a part of me, because there's one side to me, one side to the other, okay, just follow me. One part of me is like, there should be an outrage, like if she gets sacked, or if she's what's that thing when she gets let off for a little bit or something like that. Like, because I just feel like, nah, that's dead wrong. Like, she did not do anything wrong. Like, she did not, like, she's human. Do you get what I mean? At the end of the day. And yes, okay, cool, she's on duty, she's working, and that is whilst being on duty, like, you shouldn't do that. It's a tough one, it's a tough one. I don't know what they're investigating. What exactly are you investigating? Like, she's showing empathy, she's standing in solidarity, she's building the trust, with people at the protest. Okay, maybe it's one-sided, maybe not to the Jews or whatever, but I don't know how to feel about this one. I'm low-key on her side, though I get it. Like, I get that you signed up for this, but I just feel like there's just more to this than that. Like, I don't know, something about this doesn't sit well with me. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and keep subscribing, share the video, share my channel. We are on the way to 5,000 subscribers. I'm really excited. I'll speak to you guys in my next video.